I jerk awake, waking Natsuki as well. Ah, sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off. Natsuki lays back down and her eyes closes. Mm, it's fine, Midas. I checked my phone to see who tried to call me. Sayori's mother? That can't be good. Climbing out of bed and moving down the hall, I call her back and ask if everything is alright. No, everything is not alright. She explains to me that Sayori had a meltdown last night because she was spying on us. She was hysterical, screaming that she wanted to die, that life is nothing but pain, nothing but seemingly endless suffering. She tells me that Sayori has been admitted to the hospital. Apparently the two of them will be back in a few days. She also instructs me to check my mail. My mail? Apparently Sayori came by last night to see us when we got back. Instead of knocking, she drops off a letter. I wish Sayori and her well and head downstairs. I can't believe this happened again. At the foot of the door, there's an envelope with my name on it. Tearing it open, I begin to read. Sayori, life isn't work. It's nothing but suffering. Day by day, my mind is fluttering. Thoughts of death, depression is rising. If I end up dead, it won't be surprising. I stare at the wall and think about this. I've been feeling this way since I was a kid. I stare at a knife, not that too messy. I think of some pills swallowed in vain. I think of a gun in my head. At my head I would aim. I would sleep sound and not have to take the pain and the suffering I live through each day. I'm mentally exhausted trying to keep up. All I want is to sleep and never wake up. Can't believe what I'm reading. Not again. Hmm. I'm glad her mom took her to the hospital. I noticed a note written on the back. This just confirms it. Sorry. Hmm. I feel sick. Can't believe this. Natsuki walks up behind me. What's the matter? I wordlessly hand her the poem. Oh god. Natsuki's about to hand it back to me before she notices the scribble on the back. Wait, there's more. I take her a second to process what it meant. She loosens her grip on the paper, letting it fall out of her hands. Oh, how does she even... No clue. We both stand in the doorway for a moment. Eventually, we both take a seat on the couch together. You should call. Maybe ask her mom if she wants you to visit. That's a good idea. I ring Sayori's mother and she answers right away. I ask if Sayori would like me to visit. According to her, she'd love it. I'll let her know I'll be there as soon as I can. Looks like I'm going right now. You coming with? No, I don't really want to get involved. So you'll be okay here by yourself for a few hours? Yeah, I'll just watch TV or something. I think I'll get my clothes washed. I've been wearing your stuff for 2 days now. Alright, sure. I take my phone and my keys off the table. I nip her I nip on her cheek as I pass by her seat again. Okay, see you in a bit. I lock the door behind me, heading to the bus stop. I barely make it to my stop in time. It's only been a short ride to the hospital. I enter through the emergency doors, moving as quickly as is allowed. I find the reception desk, and I explain that I'm here to visit Sayori. They gave me Sayori's room number. I move quickly to the mental health wing. I find her number and enter the room. Sayori? Midas? Sayori's mother leaves the room to give us privacy. I found your phone. I'd figured. Sayori, what's the matter? I told you I'll always be here for you. Speak to me. Well, last night I wanted to, but I couldn't. All I could hear through the door was you and her laughing. It was like you two were laughing at me. Sayori, you don't understand. No, I get it. Makes perfect sense. Sayori, do you know how much it hurts to see you so happy? To know that I'll never be needed? It feels like a knife being plunged through my chest, Midas. Over and over again. I can't stand it anymore. Sayori, Natsuki's staying with me because Midas, you don't need to rub it in. If you just listen to me for a second, you're happy with her. You don't need me anymore. There's no point hiding it. Just go. Just let me explain. Midas, go away, please. Having heard the commotion, a nurse peeks her head through the door. She asks if there's a problem. Just get him out of here. Sayori, wait, please. Complying with the nurse's request to leave, I'm forced to make my own way out of the wing. I'm escorted back to the reception area, where I'm instructed to leave. As I'm walking down the street, Sayori's words ring in my mind. I caused this. This is my fault. I can't believe this is happening again. Turning the car into my stop, I watch as the bus speeds off. God damn it. I begin my walk back to my house. It took me a bit longer to get back home than I thought. I opened my door. Tsuki, you there? No answer. I checked downstairs, but she's nowhere to be found. Natsuki? I head upstairs and hear rustling from the guest room. I gently open the door. For some reason, I'm kind of it's kind of built into me that it's kind of creepy when somebody says, or when the text box says, I gently open the door. We all know what happened in the original game. Atsuki punches me in the stomach, almost dropping her towel in the process. Midas, do you ever knock? Sorry. Get out, pervert. Sorry. I manage to get out before Natsuki slams the door in my face. Keeling onto my knees, winded, I gasp for air. It takes me a moment to collect myself, but I get back on my feet. From the hallway, I repeatedly apologize to the door. Midas, you gotta be more careful. You could have seen me. You know. I know. It was an accident. I'm sorry, okay? You didn't have to hit me so hard, though. I wasn't sure it was you until I already hit you. I'm sorry, too. Just please not next time, okay? I will. Don't worry. Now give me a minute to get ready. Sure. I guess I'll be in my room. I retreat to my room and wait. While I'm sat at my computer, my phone rings from across the room. Picking up, I see it's a text from Yuri? How'd you get my number? Is this Midas' number? It's Yuri. I have no choice but to reply. Yeah, it's me. What's up? I need to talk to you about what happened, what you saw yesterday. I stare at it for a moment. She wants to talk about the cuts, or are you talking about your arms? She takes a moment to respond, sending over a sizable paragraph. Yes. I was never given a chance to explain myself. I'm going to have to be careful with how I word my sentences. The change of music caught me off guard. Well, I'm gonna ask the questions then. Alright. Did you cut yourself because you might be depressed? No, I'm not depressed. In fact, it's quite the contrary. The pain is what motivates me. It's so exhilarating. It's so almost like I'm high. Then, how'd you start? She takes her time writing out her response, a few pips indicating that she's typing flicker one by one. Eventually, her explanation comes out as a large paragraph. Well, I've always had a morbid fascination with knives, even when I was young. Before I started, I just collect them. Different styles, engravings, colors. They are really beautiful. And well, while reading a book some time ago, the topic came up. I was only going to try it once to see what it felt like, but it grew into a fully fledged addiction. I know, courtesy of Monica, that it's not a good position to be in, but I can't stop. There's just something about the blade effortlessly slicing open my skin that excites me. It's such a thrill. I can't help it anymore. The sensation is too powerful. That's not healthy. This is something else. I don't even know what to do. But there's something nagging at my mind. Speaking of Monica, how'd she find out? Another few minutes pass. Another paragraph. It was one day after the club had ended, no more than 2 weeks ago. I know, I don't even remember what I was doing at the time, but my sleeve slipped up and Monica saw everything. We spoke about it for a few hours. She even invited me to her house to talk in private. She tried to help. I could tell she cared, but nothing she suggested actually worked. After she had to shut down the Literature Club's festival, she took it out on me. She assumed that I was gonna blame her. All I said that she should have tried to get in contact with everybody before the festival started. She didn't take it well. She threatened me, telling me not to make a scene about the festival in front of the rest of you, or else she'd tell everyone about my arms. I was very shaken by what she said, not just because of what she was threatening, but because I've never seen that side of her. And if I'm honest with you, Midas, she scares me. I mean, considering what she's done, who wouldn't be scared? Once again, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know the full story. I can't approach it now. I hesitate. If anything, I just want to convince Yuri to seek professional help for self-harm. If I have a say in it, that I can't go on any longer. I see. And you considered getting help for your arms? How can I convince myself to, quote unquote, get help when I'm the best I've ever been? The best she's ever been? I don't think she understands what she's getting herself into. Not to say I fully do. Right. I can hear Natsuki moving through the house, humming to herself. Well, I gotta go. See ya later. Alright, Midas. I'll speak to you some other time. In the club, perhaps? But I just wanted to thank you for trying to help. Even if it won't change much. It shows that you care. Smiley face. I do care. Bye, Yuri. I send her a final text, throwing my phone on the bed. Natsuki knocks on my door. Yeah? Come in. See, it's not that hard, Midas. I said I was sorry. What more do you want? Oh, I know. You can carry my Farfay Girls collection home for me. So this is your new home, eh? Sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just thought I could, you know, stay here. I'm a little worried if I took my teasing too far. How could I say no to her? Well, of course, Natsuki. I was only trying to tease you. Though now that you mention staying, you might actually need this. Turning to my bedside drawer, I rummaged through it for a second, looking for my spare house key. My phone beeps and Natsuki beats me to checking it. Opening the message, Natsuki recoils, dropping my phone to the floor disgusted. Hey, watch it. It's Yuri's private thingies. As I go pick up my phone, I see for myself what had sickened Natsuki. It's a picture of Yuri. On her bed, her scarred arm is covering her otherwise bare legs. She's wearing a purple bra, a small crimson heart drawn on her left breast with a red marker. That's not marker. I don't know how to respond. Closing my messages down, I throw my phone back onto the bed. Natsuki's distraught. Midas, what the hell was that doing on your phone? I don't know. In her arms. The heart? We were talking about her arms before. I told her to get some help, but she wasn't listening to me. Natsuki, I promise you, I didn't say anything to... I tried to say something NSFW. I retrieve my phone from my bed and show Natsuki the messages regarding her arms. I purposely keep the messages regarding Monika hidden, as I don't want Natsuki to jump to conclusions. She's as confused as I am. Yuri. She seriously needs help. Clearly. But why'd she send that to you? And be so open about this with you? Well, I saw her arms yesterday, as before I omit Monika from the incident. She told me not to tell anyone, so I did it. But I didn't know what else to do. Midas, you're gonna have to talk to her about that. It's not really healthy to be cutting like that. It doesn't help that she clearly gets off doing it. There must be something in her head that made her think that this was okay. I've known Yuri for as long as I've been at the club. And yeah, she gets overly attached the moment anyone shows her any attention. I hate to say that, but it's true. But holy crap! I've never seen anything like that before. Well, we'll talk to her the next chance we get, okay? Alright, Midas. Before I forgot, I take a spare key from the desk drawer and hand it to Natsuki. To my surprise, Natsuki's mood seems to completely shift. She pauses for a moment before jumping into my arms. Thanks, you're the best boyfriend ever. Sorry, wait. You're the best boyfriend ever. Ah, kill me. I tried. As those words escape Natsuki's mouth, she jumps back. That was the first time she called me that. I can't help but smile. Who wouldn't smile? Hearing her call made the text with Yuri, Monika's argument, everything melt away. They didn't matter. The more time I've spent with Natsuki, the more frequently I've been this way. Waking up next to her, reading with her, hearing her tell me that she loves me, getting her arms around me. I never thought I could feel this way about someone. Natsuki, you're the best girlfriend I could ever ask for. You're just saying that, aren't you? No, Natsuki. I'm not just saying that. I love you more than words can let me describe. So it's official then? Yeah, I guess so. I love you so much, Midas. I pull Natsuki close to me, holding her tight. She pulls back for a moment and stares at me. I lift her chin up and kiss her. Eh. Natsuki buries her face into my chest again and squeezes me as tight as she can. I never want this to end. That's the tagline of this mod. The two of us stay locked in this embrace for what feels like eternity, but in reality only lasted a few moments. Just as we're separating, the doorbell rings. You wanna get that? I nod. Natsuki heads back to the bathroom and I head downstairs. I wasn't expecting any visitors today. I peer through the peephole. It's Monika, patiently waiting for an answer. How does she know where I live? I crack the door open and slip it outside. Hi, Midas. Oh, hey. Shouldn't you be at school? Shouldn't you? What do you want? So apologize for the past few days. I was, uh, I wasn't very nice to anyone. I just had a lot going on this weekend. Sorry doesn't fix everything. I know. I just need to tell you something. I know this doesn't excuse my actions. What is it? I told my parents about the festival. They told me how disappointed they were at me. They think I have no control over my club. The fact I couldn't get 4 people to show up at a special day like that. They only expected what's best for me. There's a reason I always try to be so perfect all the time. That's why I've been so harsh this week. I was trying to get to control things that I shouldn't be. Monica, what about Sayori? You saw her poem. I lowered my voice a little. You knew it was a suicide note. For the record, Midas, I didn't. It was worrying, sure, but I never interpreted it as that. She ended up confessing everything to me over text on Wednesday, but still, it's okay if you don't accept my apology, Midas. Well, considering how, like in the original mod, it's implied that she has like this high. I can't word it out like high level at the school. So I guess having parents who expect that much from her is kind of makes sense. So yeah, I will. I understand. I was heartless. I accept her apology. I said that things that I don't think I'll ever be able to take back. I know that. I can't say that I forgive you for what you've said and done to all of us, especially what you did to Yuri. I know. But seeing your perspective, I think I'm willing to give you a second chance. That's all I need. That's all I needed. My front door opens. Or there you are. What the hell are you doing here? Midas, why is she here? Kitsuki. She's here to apologize. Wait, what are you doing here, Natsuki? That doesn't matter. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Of all the people to find out, there's something going on between the two of you, isn't there? I need to change the subject. Monica, we accept your apology. Hey, speak for yourself. We'll see you at the club later, okay? I slowly inch the door shut, but Monica resists. Ah, not yet. You didn't answer my question, Midas. You're caught red-handed. My brain goes blank. I'm panicking eternally. I don't want her to know about Natsuki and I for the fear of intervening. Of her intervening. But I don't want Natsuki to be offended if I lie. I'm gonna tell the truth on this one. Well, we're dating. Don't worry, we'll keep it out of the club. I promise. I hope so. I can't bring myself to meet Monica's eyes. This whole situation is so embarrassing. Aha! Your face is so red, Midas. So is yours, Natsuki. You two are pretty cute together. I am not cute. Well, clearly Midas thinks so. At least the mood's a bit lighter now. She's right, you know. Shut it! Can we just change the subject? Yeah, I'd love to. Well, Monica, I'm still mad at you for the horrible things you said to all of us. Good. I deserve it. Be mad at me all you want. I came here to let Midas know how terrible I felt all about this. And well, you two know, I guess. Do you really mean it? Or is this just a ploy to get us to go to the club again? Well, both. I started the club so everyone can have a nice place to read and discuss literature, to hang out, make friends. I don't want that destroyed. Just like I don't want our friendship to be destroyed. Do you believe her? I stopped for a moment, thinking it over. Could Monika really expect me to forgive her? After what she said to Sayori, did to Yuri? Could I actually do it? I mean, considering her explanation, I feel kind of sorry for the pressure she's being put under. That doesn't take away from what her outburst did, and I'm certainly not about to forget it, but so long as it doesn't happen again, I think I can. Well, yeah, I do, especially after what she told me. Okay, well, I'm gonna trust Midas in this one. I guess we'll see you at the club later then. Thank you. I promise. No more outbursts. There better not be. Monika turns to leave but stops herself. Do you know if Sayori's home, Midas? I couldn't find her at school. She's the last one of you I need to apologize to, and she isn't answering her calls. I'm not sure. You can knock if you want. It's worth a try. Right. Thank you too again. And I'm sorry. See you later. As Monika walks away briskly, Natsuki pulls on my sleeve.